Never been worried about the change in the weather. Little too cold to feel the sunshine. If everyone thought the same, we'd be in the land of never. It's not the same at the end of the lifeline. Never been thinking about the why or the weather. Spinning and singing like a siren in the sun. The wind is howling into the waves that took us under. Falling around and bringing up whispers by the ton. Giving it all in the cable. Never to say, you know, it's quiet under the table. Giving it all under the bubble. Bring me closer to the fire on the double. Feet high, fuel low. Keep your head down 'cause you need to go. Everyone has to face a storm in the winter. The hounds are howling in the frenzy and the fray. The gales are coming and it's time to man the tiller. Better get going before the blue dissolves to gray. Giving it all in the cable. It's never too safe, you know, it's quiet under the table. Feet high, fuel low. Keep your head down 'cause you need to go. See the light behind the shadows. Pound for pound, they're singing messages on the run.
Relax, sit down. Coming out of PE town. Got a drink, find a shot. Never mind your liver, get to Gino's spot.
Gino spot!
Get to Gino's spot.
Gino spot!
Have a laugh, have a giggle, and exercise your middle. Have a Gino shot.
Gino shot!
Get to Gino's spot.
Gino spot!
Get to Gino's spot.
Gino spot!
Have a laugh, have a giggle, and exercise your middle. Get to Gino's spot.
Gino spot!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Center Stage.
And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Gino's Spot, Tuesday night. We got a good old Wayne Callisley smacking me on the head. That's why I'm wearing a bit of a helmet. He's on his way back from the Lord knows where, some place like Hawaii. It's I think he's in the Caribbean at the moment, and he'll soon be home for a couple of shows. So that's going to be fantastic at our new venue, Center Stage at Bay West. And thank you to our sponsors, first of all, Fitch and Leeds ECM as well today, because I'm wearing the cycling outfit, as you'll see, because we've got the ladies from Mountain Events here tonight, and we're going to be talking about the Herald Cycle tour, and it's going to be blowing marvelous. Tanya and of course Julie are going to both be here. We're going to be talking about what they've been doing and all the events that they put on. They've done a million things. So I put on my cycling stuff because I'm going to be doing the Herald on Sunday. The Herald Fat Cats, don't forget the other sponsor, our sponsor for our food. Check it out. Our food, we got a bit of chow in the background there. Fat Cats, thank you to Grace and the guys for bringing around our food today. We always very appreciative of something to eat, So like I said, I'm doing the Herald on Sunday. It's 106 kilometers of grueling Geburga, PE, NMB roadways. We're going to be going all the way out to Lord knows where, Draaifontein and up Maitlands, and 106 k's. And I've been training as much as I have been able to, but it's clearly not enough, because I went for a ride this morning and it was a bit hectic. But we're ready. We're going to go. We'll do it. Whether we just all we got to do is finish. That's right. And the Herald, of course, the Herald Cycle tour is the biggest bike race in PE, as far as I know. And there's lots of cyclists on the road, and lots of people. So please, drivers, please look out for the cyclists. You are much bigger than them, and so people get so hit up about cyclists go have a go at the motorists, and the motorists have a go at the cyclists. You think we were living in America? You know, it's ridiculous. Anyway, so we have our two guests tonight, Tanya Jackson and Julie Briggs, who are mountain events. And they don't only do the Herald Cycle too, they do a whole bunch of stuff, and we're going to find out exactly what's going on there. So let's roll the intros and get them on.
Ooh, welcome to the show. Now it's your time to shine. We're gonna have a like a chat tonight. Another good time.
And welcome, ladies, to the show. Fantastic to have you on Gino's Spot. First time on Gino's Spot. Eh?
It is. Thank you for having us.
It's a pleasure. I've been to a number of your events as well over the years,
Yeah.
and always great fun, and obviously good to keep fit as well.
Yeah.
And we are broadcasting live on all the pages. We've got Gino Spot. The probably the easiest is YouTube. Gino Spot YouTube page. If you like and subscribe, it'll give you a little bell, and it'll remind you every Tuesday. Every Tuesday 6:30 we do this relentlessly. and obviously we're going live, so we can get comments as well. If you have any comments, stick them in, and we can reply to you while you're here too, which is also quite fun. And tell us where you're watching from, what you're doing, and if you're entering the Herald, and if you've been training, not like me.
Yeah.
How's it been going? As I was talking earlier, saying it must be terrifying to do an event like this.
Yeah. So we had the mountain bike race on Sunday, and we've got the road race coming up this coming weekend. But this event we've been working on for probably 6 to 9 months already.
Wow.
So although the last 2 weeks before the event is crunch time, but this is an event that's been in the making. I mean, we finish the event in February, we wrap it up in March, we have 3 months off, and then we start planning the next year's event.
Yeah.
So
3 months, it's true. And I mean, I know there's all these kind of events, even the big music events as well. These events, companies and organizing these things takes such a long time that you can only do a couple in a year.
Yeah.
You guys do more though. You guys do quite a lot.
Yeah.
How do you get it all together? I mean, it's a
we do on average like one event a month, so it's kind of 12 events a year.
Okay.
So we've got an incredible team that backs us up, that gets behind us. And every event we try to make special and different, so it's not a copy paste of the previous event.
Yeah, I mean, the ones that I've been to with you guys have been amazing. Like really, the organisation is always like spot on, and the marking and the stuff. I mean, it goes. What goes into something like this, like a Herald Cycle tour? Where do you even start?
Sure. I mean, I'm talking a lot
What's
here.
the first
but-
thing you do? Like the first thing you get together?
Well,
I'd say compliance.
Compliance.
And
Okay.
that takes a lot of time. Meeting with all the people in the background,
Council.
landowners, municipalities,
farmers,
Oh.
police, traffic departments.
Yeah.
and securing a date. Believe it or not, securing a date is quite a task. You got to look at the calendar, see what other events are happening, public holidays, school holidays, other big events, national big events, when Ironman is happening, when Comrades is happening, when Cape Town Cycle Tour is happening. You don't want to have your event on the same day as another big event.
Rugby World Cup final or
Yes,
something.
exactly.
And there's so many things that can go, with that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And finding a sponsor. Nowadays, if you don't have a sponsor, you can't have an event.
Yes,
So
you guys
before
have
before you go any further, you have to have a sponsor.
and I know ECM is one of them. Is North End,
Yes.
North End Ford,
Yes.
and Steve Theodosio and the guys. They are fantastic. They've looked after me for many years as well, and such a great team.
Yeah.
And they take care of us too. For Herald Cycle Tour, for the mountain bike race, we had 8 vehicles that were available to us to use. And for the road race, we've got
27.
27 vehicles,
But you know
all
what?
sponsored by Eastern Cape Motors North End.
It's incredible that because that in itself would be such a mission if you didn't have a sponsor for that.
Yeah.
Because the vehicles are. I mean, you know that there's no worries about breaking down. There's no worry. Just taking that off your shoulders is like a huge thing already. So you need those things to help
Absolutely.
you.
And they are just an amazing bunch of people.
Yeah.
They're an amazing company, and we really
Shanae and
appreciate their
Dale,
Dale and Tim and the
Dale
team.
and Tim,
And we
yes.
love their sense of humor.
Yes. He's full of crap.
And they will be there on Sunday at a water point too.
Yes.
The ECM water point.
At the top of
At the
Maitland.
top of Maitland's.
Yeah.
They will be there.
I've been there, and I know Nigel, one of the guys there, is
Yes.
riding as well. Gary's saying the sound is a bit soft, so maybe we need to put the echo cancellation on there. I think that's probably what it is, Phil. If you, okay, Philip was looking at me with a blank look on his eyes. Oh, Gary can do it if Gary's there. You can put the echo cancellation on for us, Gary. That's fine, because the sound is always for the internet. You never know,
Yes.
what happens. It all goes through one little pipe in the end. So yeah, I mean, the ECM guys always get involved, and the water points. I mean,
Yeah.
generally the water points people also make quite a fuss. They go out there and do something cool,
Yeah.
They really
Yeah.
do. And we've got a water point trophy for the best water point en route. And ECM has won it for a good few years. And that's not a trophy that they want to let go of easily.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So
It's a hotly contested trophy.
Yeah. And I mean, I mean, so you've done you've got your council thing, you've got your date, and then it's like, I mean, I just think of sound systems. I think of like the stage. I think screens, anything that you and the whole timing and
Yeah.
who does that stuff for you?
Yeah, so it's the race village infrastructure, booking Pollock Beach, booking in the Addo Polo Club.
Yeah.
It's securing venues, securing service providers.
And there's also tents and stuff as well. So because people have to sleep over.
Yes.
Yeah. And those tents, we had a full house on Saturday night. We've got tents that Haterdale Trails puts up for us.
Okay.
Those tents sell out like hotcakes. The camping facilities, we have like 20 camping spots, they sell out like hotcakes. Because there's a really nice vibe on the Saturday night. You can wake up after camping and literally roll onto the start line. It's incredible. People
really
love
nice,
it.
yeah.
Because it's an early start.
Everybody buys together the night before.
Yes.
And
A bit of a party the night before.
Yeah.
and
It's
some people
very
are
nice,
sorry,
yeah.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we've got an early start. It's a 6 o'clock start in Addo. So if you're traveling through from PE or Uitenhage or wherever,
Yeah,
it's an
Early
early
start,
start. So
yeah.
it just
It's
makes sense to spend
yeah.
the night there before.
for sure. And I mean, it's so like you say, so popular then. And the mountain, do you find that the trails and those things are getting more popular than the road events for running or for
They're very equal still at the moment.
Really?
Yes. Yeah.
Still.
Obviously, the Herald Cycle started with the road race, and then we introduced the mountain bike at a later stage.
Yes.
But
Your
the-
dad was involved in the. Is it your dad that's involved
Yes.
in the founding of it?
Yes. So 39 years ago, there were 3 of them. It was Tony Lutz, Rob Radman, and Peter Dickerson. Don't forget their wives. They were just as involved. That's
I'm
my
sure.
mom, Margie, Lynn, and I'm not sure of Tony's wife's name.
Yes.
But
Sure.
yeah,
Oh,
we
God.
we were talking about it the other day. I remember them staying up late at night,
Yeah.
and now we get to do that.
I know. Isn't
Hey?
it amazing that do you think that it's somehow got into your mind that organization? I mean, my folks used to do shows and things before,
Wow.
and
Okay.
and it's somehow in the back of your mind what your folks have done, and then you think to yourself, oh, that wasn't too bad. No, that's quite fun. And do you think it was certainly why you got involved in this thing?
Yeah, yeah.
Did you cycle
And
as well?
I did. I've got a photo of me doing in those days there was a 42 or 40k, and I was 6 years old, and I did it. I've got
40K.
Nice. 40K.
Yeah, 40K.
6 years old.
On my BMX, I've got a picture of me in front of the Herald newspaper house with those big newspaper reels.
Oh my word.
Yes, I did. I remember my dad's friend riding with me because they were busy organising.
Yeah. Okay.
So
Jeez, like
yeah, I remember that.
40K.
Yeah.
That's no joke. As a 6-year-old.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
kind of didn't have an option.
Okay.
I was born into cycling, and
Gotta go. Andrew too.
And,
Yeah,
yeah,
good.
and likewise for our children now, they've been born into cycling. All our kids get roped in.
Oh yeah.
either
They-
working or cycling.
Yeah, they involved in the event, either working or
Everyone.
on Sunday. Julie's 2 and my youngest all rode the events, and they just love it.
Do they get stuck in making packs and stuff as
They've packed goodie bags.
Goodie
They've
bags.
washed numbers. They've my older girls have assisted with timekeeping.
my soul. There's some. I see there's a whole bunch of comments. Let's have a quick look here. Go Dudu. He says, "Who's
So
that?"
I've got a nephew and niece in Joburg,
Ah.
and that's what they call me.
Dudu, excellent.
They're
Go
watching
Moms.
me. Hey, Ben and
Jackson,
Jenna.
the Briggs children are all there. They're using your email.
They logged into my
Yes,
Facebook
they
account.
logged into your Facebook. There we go. No privacy. Gareth Burley. There we go. There's Gareth. He's, of course, Kingfisher. Keep shining, ladies. Outstanding job. Non-made continue. Pass on to your kid. Are your kids interested in that?
So between us, we've got 5 children.
Jeez.
We've got Jenna and Carla, who are 19 and 17. Those are Tanya's 2 girls.
Okay.
And then her son Chad, who
Okay.
is now 9. And then I've got 2 girls, Caitlin, who's just turned 12, and Sarah, who's 9. And they're all sitting together watching us.
What's the
And
word?
at events, we rope them in, and they all get stuck in to work too.
Excellent. Oh, there was a word you had to use. What was it? You had to say
What the Sigma?
Oh, what the Sigma, man. Such a cool mom. Oh, the Rundman family from Joburg watching. These girls are rock stars. Loads of blood, sweat, and tears. They say.
And there we see the Dickersons from Oz.
Oh, wow, as well.
They are what the founders I was speaking about.
Yes.
They've come down to PE. They're going to be.
Oh, there we go.
They were
From
at
Oz.
the mountain bike race, and they're going to be at the road race.
Oh, lovely. That's Rob saying hi there as well.
Yes.
And I see my sister. She rocks. She's, there's some hearts
Jenna.
coming from your kids. And, Mom and Dad. That's right. Go, Grandpa, says Jenna. Is Rob still going to have a ride?
He's riding on Sunday with Peter. They're on e-bikes. They're doing the 55k on an e-bike. They'll be there.
That's
Yeah.
the e-bikes is sometimes the way
Sure.
to go. You know, when you get a little bit
growing.
older, becomes a bit more difficult to keep up with
Yeah.
those little bastards that are going so fast.
Yeah, and on Sunday at the mountain bike race, our 60k e-bikes, we had about 60 riders, which is the record. We've never had that many e-bikes in the Herald e-bike category, and for the 30k e-bikes, we also had about 50 odd riders.
Yeah.
So the
Okay.
e-bike categories are definitely
It's
growing.
getting popular.
Yeah, it just opens up the sport to so many more people that otherwise wouldn't be able to,
to
do it.
It's incredible. It's used,
and it prolongs your life of your lifespan of cycling. Like
yeah, it does. It does because it just allows you to get up those hills and
Absolutely.
chase the youngsters a bit. You know.
yeah.
Yeah, I see. There's another one. That's Siobhan.
Siobhan, no,
Siobhan.
yeah.
So I don't want to say CEO ban because I'm sure she gets that a lot, you know. And it's so incredibly proud of these two ladies. Who's that Siobhan?
She's a school friend of mine
Oh, lovely. Where
So
were
I
you in
think-
school?
at Alex.
Alex. Oh, Alex girl and a VP girl, eh?
VP girl.
You know, a
Yep.
little bit after me. But just a few years.
Yeah.
But a great, I mean, and junior school here as well.
No, I was at junior school in Joburg.
Oh, Joburg. Oh, so we come from Joburg originally.
Yeah.
And headed down yourself?
Herbert Hurd.
Oh, very nice. There we go. Gary will be most pleased. Gary, my business partner, he was also Herbert Hurd, and then he was a grey. I was a grey after that. But Herbert Hurd, he still loves it. I mean, and it's such a good school. It's just saying in
Lovely.
PE
We're
schools.
spoiled for choice.
Yeah,
Spoiled for choice in PE.
For sure.
Primary schools and high schools.
and your kids as well, also, at school here, obviously as well. Not borders or anything. Just
Yeah. So my oldest is finished school,
Okay.
and my middle child is doing online school,
okay.
and the youngest is at Clarendon.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah.
Beautiful school up here, Clarendon Park.
Absolutely.
Fantastic. And your kids?
They're at Capstone.
Oh, Capstone.
Capstone Primary in Villiers Road, yeah.
Okay,
Capstone's
so-
also started a mountain bike
That's
club.
Jackie.
Jackie, yes, we started a
Jackie.
mountain bike club there.
Oh,
So
fantastic.
we've got a whole lot of little riders.
Excellent.
A lovely little school.
Excellent. Yeah, I know that Jackie's husband also into
Hannes, yes.
yes into it as well. He loves his cycling.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I see a Berna saying hello there too. It's just lots of comments coming through. Most hardworking
Sure.
team I know. Special shout out to you ladies. So much love, Berna Walters.
So Berna is the marketing manager for the Herald.
Herald.
And a very hard-working,
She is
incredibly organized. It's a pleasure to work with her.
Dynamic,
amazing.
super efficient. Nothing gets past her.
Totally.
She is incredible.
But
Yeah.
And assisted by Taryn. They are both, honestly, That is such a pleasure working with them, and we have lots of meetings, but we have so much fun together too.
We do.
Jack of all trades.
Yeah.
You've got a finger on everything, in
Yeah.
the pulse, it's good.
Yeah.
So Bernard, lovely to see you online as well. And I mean, the Herald also a great little team that they've got there. The Herald now sort of settled in, I think, nicely, and it's so part of PE. It's like we've the newspapers. They've been through such a time with all these publications with online stuff. They've had to make this complete change.
To innovate.
And it's so needed. Local news, local stuff. That's we the Herald's a heartbeat of the city. For sure.
Yeah.
And stuff like this as well.
Yeah.
So what you're doing, I mean, what you guys are doing is putting PE out there as well. So there's something you've got to have something to do in a city,
Yeah.
So some of the other events as well that you do. Was it the Tsikama that I did as well?
Yeah.
That was fantastic.
Yeah, it's also such a beautiful part of the country.
Yeah.
So it's the Merrill Titicaca mountain bike race and trail run.
Yes.
We've got that coming up in September, and the views are just magnificent. On the coast, overlooking the ocean, often spot whales. It is
Beautiful.
just really beautiful. We have the trail run on the Saturday and the mountain bike on the Sunday. So it's a great opportunity to come and just make a weekend of it.
Yeah.
And with all our events, we like to cater for the serious guys who want to come and race, and we like to cater for the kids in that too. So everybody's included.
The Herald Adder is also a couple of different distances. Well, was a 40, a 60, and a 90 or something. What was it?
So an 80,
80.
80, 60, 30,
80.
and then we've got a 5K
Don't
Dash.
forget about the toddler dash.
and the toddler dash.
Toddler dash as well,
Toddler dash as well.
where you just push them over.
Little black scooters and
My soul.
yeah, great fun. They love it. Kids love it.
I do.
So coming up this weekend, we're doing that again on the Saturday. We have the kiddies rides.
Oh, right.
We've got a toddler dash and then a 2-kilometer that we ride from Something Good to
The pier.
and back.
Oh,
And it's the kids love it. And then afterwards they get an ice cream
From Milky
Lovely.
Lane.
sponsored by Milky Lane.
Beautiful.
And they can still enter on Saturday. So you don't have to have pre-entered. You can come on Saturday in the morning, enter.
For your
and
kids.
Do the
Yeah.
kids
And
race.
you can convince them on the morning.
Yes.
Come,
Yeah.
kids, we're going, because they don't have
The parents, the
confidence.
kids will convince the parents to
Yes.
go.
Yeah, and the nice thing about that is that money goes to charity.
Okay.
So, Reach
Yes.
for a Dream is the
Okay, Reach for a Dream is the one. And there's
beneficiary for that.
you've also invited me to the Spinathon, which I'm going to come on Saturday and do.
Yes.
Now
Yes.
that's another story. We've got a little video for the Spinathon. I think that's the picture there. I think, Phil. There's a little video let's have a look quickly. I thought I recognised Rick there. He's from Joburg, but he does a lot of exercise stuff and he's just a warrior. What do they call it? The warrior thing on TV. Rick.
Sorry.
Rick, I've met him a few times. He's like he's a stick of dynamite. He's always
Okay.
busy with stuff. But so the Spinathon Saturday. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so the Spinathon is all in aid of the Smile Foundation, which is a charity. The Smile Foundation assists children who are in need of plastic surgery.
Okay, there we
So
go.
the
There's
Spinathon is all about fun. You don't have to be a fitness fanatic. You can rock up there in just as something you can cycle in.
like
so
this.
exactly
Stuff that
like
I'm
you.
wearing. Yes.
So So we get spinning bikes sponsored by Edge Fitness. They supply the bikes for us. Stutterford's delivers them. And basically you hop on a bike and you spin for 45 minutes. We've got instructors on stage that will lead the class.
Yo.
And if you're tired and you've had enough, you just stop pedaling. You can rest. We've got some guys that'll be running around handing out Powerades, handing out water. So you've got people at your beck and call. And it's for 4 hours between 8 and 12. But you can sign up for 1 hour. You sign up for 1 hour, you come and spin for an hour, and then we have a changeover in the next group of people come in. And it really is just about having fun. It's about raising funds for charity. And we've got a bunch of prizes to hand out too.
Oh, nice. Well, I'm certainly I'm about to have some fun. I want to see if my cramping starts up again.
Yeah.
You know?
We can start your Herald Cycle to a training on Saturday.
I'll start on Saturday, just the day before.
There we go.
Then, have a go. I went out with a group this morning. You see, they left me behind.
Yeah.
I was left on the CV road, all on my own.
Oh, yeah. Let's hope that doesn't happen on Sunday.
No. There's enough people there. I think there's enough people that there should be a few that are worse than me. There should be at least
as long
one.
as you're not the last.
I might be.
Have you received your seeding SMS?
No, I'm not seated. I'm just doing open. Yeah.
Okay.
So if I do win, I won't be able to go on the podium, which is a bit disappointing for me.
Shame, yeah.
Because I was looking forward to it. I had the right shoes and everything for the podium, but I didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, so far.
Well, it's not too late.
I know.
We've got a few days still.
Maybe what I'll do is I'll go on the podium with the other person just to show that I did actually
absolutely
come. Because I've got my plan already. I'm going to wait until that last 100 meters, and then I'm going to go quickly. Let's do a sprint at the end. I don't know if the Radmans know about that trick. But,
I think my dad knew about sprinting.
Oh, just a bit of speed.
I know a little bit about sprinting. I used to ride downhill, and that was a sprint. Yeah.
That was also another one. I think I can do that too. I can also ride downhill. Okay, are they? You say you can do one a month. I mean, that's
yeah. So next month we've got Bay Bye Bye coming up.
Bay Bye Bye.
Bay Bye Bye.
It's very alliteration. I like that.
So Meryl's also our sponsor there, and that's at Bay West Mall.
Bay West. We like that because we've got our venue there.
Yes.
Okay.
Bay West has been a partner of ours for many years. So again, we've got a trail run and a mountain bike race. So that's on Sunday, the 2nd of March. And then after that, we've got the Great Zurich Track, which is a 3-day stage race back out to Addo. That's in May.
Okay.
And then in June, we've got
a stage race. Now, just explain to the people what a stage race, because that's like a couple of days.
Yes. So a stage race is where you race for multiple days in a row. Our particular event is 3 days in a row. So your package is all in. It includes your accommodation, it includes your meals, it includes your race.
Is it tented and they just set up the stuff for you?
So we have different packages. You can book a tent or you can stay in the hotel, the Zuburg Inn.
Oh, right.
We've got various packages.
Henry.
Yes,
Henry
with dear Henry.
He's a lovely guy.
He's a legend.
Yeah.
So we've been doing that event also for about 10 years. And so the Zuburg Inn is our base. So it's 3 days, like a clover leaf. The beauty of that race is you don't have to pack up and leave. Yeah. Every day you come back to the same base. Every day you ride 3 different trails in 3 different directions.
Out and in, basically.
Yes.
And they've got so many trails there.
Beautiful trails. Yeah.
So the Hater brothers, they design the course and mark the route.
And maintain the trails.
It's a boutique event. So you get there and you just relax, enjoy, have your massages. It's a
ride hard and rest hard.
Okay. And a few drinky poos afterwards and a bit of a jaw as well. Yes. I think we're going to. Philip is putting up the links to mountain events as well for everybody to click on if they want to click on and go and have a look at what you've got coming up.
Yeah.
Because I mean, 12. I mean that's amazing. Once a month. So every single month you've got this urgency.
Yes, we do. We live on adrenaline.
I can see. It must,
we live from event to event.
Let's take over your life a bit.
Well, that's why we have to enjoy what we do.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, it would take over our lives. But we bring our families along, the kids are involved, and we get on well.
Yeah. You two obviously have been mates for ages, you two.
Yeah. So we started the business in 2011. So it's It's a long time.
Yeah.
We've got stories for days of
I'm sure.
hiccups that have happened
I
and
know, come on.
disasters that have happened.
Come on,
and-
give us a little story. Have you got any one particular one that you
Goodness.
remember where things go wrong? Because that's always
Oh, things do go wrong.
all the time.
So if I think of one incident, we were in Koffenwarber. We went through to Transkei
Oh,
to time a running race
yeah. Oh,
because
okay.
we offer timing service as well. We were
Okay.
there timing a running race, and it's a very rural area.
Yes.
And so we landed up being in the town hall in Koffenwarber.
Yeah.
As our team was the only white faces there.
Yeah.
And we felt quite intimidated.
Yeah.
And we were in the town hall, and outside there were gunshots, and
Oh my.
it was something we had not experienced before. It was unusual, but we knew as long as we stayed in the town hall with the Makulus, we were safe.
Yeah. Oh, right. So it had a bit of a little bit of violence.
It
and
was
stuff
it was
going on.
crazy, and we literally
Wow.
slept on the floor in the town hall along with about 200-300 other people.
Oh,
We were
wow.
doing registration from 7:00 at night till about 2:00 in the morning. Eventually, we just closed registration.
Yeah.
The people were still lining up and queuing. We closed registration, slept until 6:00. Literally, just put mattresses on the floor in the
Yeah.
hall behind the registration desk.
Jeez.
4 hours later, we set our alarms. We had people waking us up.
Oh my
Ma'am,
soul.
can I please register?
So there's so many people registering.
Got up and carried on with registration. Like literally, didn't bath, didn't shower, just put a beanie on and
Holy
off we go.
How many people are around?
We had, I don't know, I can't remember. Maybe
So it was a sponsored event and it was free.
Oh,
So
okay.
busloads of people were bussed in.
Oh,
So they
wow.
just kept on coming.
So it was a
Wow.
Chris Harney Freedom Marathon. I think we had, 1.5, 2,000 people. But it was just like when they said, can you come and do this event in Koffenwarber? We said, sure, we'll just book an Airbnb in the area. Little did we know that
There's
does
nothing-
not exist.
There's nothing there. No freaking Airbnb. Nowhere. It's like, can someone just get an Uber into the door?
Yeah. No, it was
No,
I tell you what, it was quite an experience.
But also a reminder of what we have.
Yes. Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
When you see other walks of life,
Yeah,
you're reminded
yeah.
of how blessed we are.
And running is one of those things that is, it's like almost like it's like music in that way. It's universal. So everybody can run.
Yeah.
Everybody can
Brings people
can
together.
Do, if it's not a sport that's dictated by having a lot of money that you have to buy these super expensive gear and stuff like that. A running pair of shoes.
Well,
And
do you
can
remember
go.
how many people ran without shoes?
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
barefoot.
So even
ran,
don't
yeah.
need these shoes. Just
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
And you can still
The
run.
highlight of the town.
And if the guys, I mean, you just need to be fit and you need to be able to run, and off you go.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
crazy.
and it is. It's a great thing to do.
Yeah.
Brings the town together, brings the people together.
It keeps you fit. It keeps you your cup. I always say your head.
Yeah,
Your
absolutely.
running
Yeah.
sorts out your head.
Yeah.
If you got troubles in your life, you just have a good run.
All right.
All right as well. Yeah,
Absolutely,
you sort of
absolutely.
exercise
Yeah.
gets the blood running to your head, and
Yeah.
you think about the stuff, and your ideas come to you. So
Yeah.
I think I might be able to get around this.
Yeah. That's true. Very true.
Oh my soul! And so any other, like I talking about weather, because your stuff is weather dependent.
Very weather dependent. Sure.
So
Have you had any
I think it was
hurricanes?
3 years ago at Herald Cycle Tour, the mountain bike race. It was so hot that Tanya's keypad for the
Keyboard.
laptop was in the shade and it melted.
Oh,
Literally,
no.
the keyboard melted. Like the keyboard melted.
Yes.
And then we've had the same where it's been it's downfalls.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
we've had to reroute through the night without sleeping. We've had
Yeah.
to, for GZT, we sit and wait for an hour for the rain to
What's
just
GZT?
Great
So-
Zurich track.
sorry.
Oh, the Great Zurich
Yes.
track.
Yeah, we've had to wait for the rain to just subside a bit and then we can go again.
But even Herald Cycle Tour, we've had years before where the roads were like completely flooded. The trails were flooded. We had to reroute. They couldn't go on the trails, so they had to ride on the gravel roads.
Oh,
Those bikes were
Trashed.
trashed.
just full of mud,
And
like
people come.
a big clump of mud riding around.
So that's what memories are made of.
Yeah.
That's what memories are made of.
It
Yeah.
is. And you know, it's outdoor events. That's all you do basically. It has to be outdoors. So
Yeah.
that is such a stress.
We are at the mercy of the weather.
No, we can go inside as musos. You know, we
Yeah.
say we've got a plan B.
Yeah.
You can't ride around a hall 7 million times.
Yeah. Yeah, we're talking about different disasters and crises. A couple of years ago, also for the Smile Spinathon, we had everything booked, we had everything planned, and we had a sponsor that was sponsoring the bikes for us. And on the Thursday night before the event, they just said, sorry, the bikes are no longer available. We'd sold all the entries, the bikes were sold out, and we didn't have any spinning bikes. And I also I thought, like, what am I going to do? And these people pitch up, they've bought tickets for a spinathon and there's no bikes.
Yeah.
Is it going to turn into an aerobics class? I don't know. So, and that's where Edge Fitness stepped in and they came to the party at the last minute. It was incredible. But we've had some stressful moments where, you know, we've had to roll with the punches, think on our feet. Yeah.
I think that's what event organizing teaches you to do.
Yeah.
To think on your feet and stay calm, and there will always be a solution.
Just
gotta think about it.
There will be something.
Yeah.
I see Angela says many memories doing and working at your events. So it's at Angela Mayola.
Yeah. She's massages at our events.
Oh,
she brings her massage team.
I haven't tried it. You know, I'm always so buggered after the race and never think about that. But it's a good idea.
Yeah.
Because your muscles are.
Well, at the end of your road race, the SA Physio Society will be there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So free massages.
Jump on the table when you
There you
finished
go.
on Sunday, Gino.
I'm gonna do that because last time I cramped up so badly on the way back. I was nearly there. I
Yeah.
was 20 k's out, I think, and it just the cramps just took over. So we'll have to try and make a plan. Go, moms!
There we go.
Says the kids.
And then just above that, Taryn Pillay, she works with Bernard at the Heralds. Also,
Yes. Oh, there we go. Taryn, how's it, man?
the
Incredibly
smiliest person you'll ever meet.
Without nothing is too much trouble.
Oh, you know, that always helps if people are positive around you.
Yeah.
You need that. You need that.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I see that. Natasha. Oh, Natasha, there's, of course, they're also at Bay West now with the Selfie Museum.
Oh,
Yes.
Stuff too.
Yes.
Hi, Natasha. Nice to see you too. And I hope that's going well. That Selfie museum is amazing. It's you just walk through the whole. The kids can take the selfies in a million different spots in one room, basically.
Yeah.
We still need to go check that out.
Well, Bay West. I think it is going for like a. I mean, I'm sure that they are involved because they are looking at that place becoming like an entertainment. But in what you do forms part of entertainment, obviously.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I love going. The kids love going there. That's where we go for entertainment. They've got a lot going on.
There's the carts and everything.
Absolutely.
Now, what did you guys do before you got involved? Is this always what you've done? Or, I mean, when you left school, what did you picture yourself doing?
So I've been on a bit of a journey. So I actually studied beauty and body therapy here in PE. Then I went abroad and worked on ships.
Oh.
Doing in the spas on ships for a couple of years. Came back, got into a bit of an office job at Coca-Cola.
Oh, okay.
I was doing PA. I was a PA and did events there. Yep.
Okay.
And then that's when I got into events. And then I left the events to join my husband at the time was selling bicycle lights, and we got into bicycle lights, and Julie and Andrew were involved in the bike shop, and
yes, of course,
they pitched up at our house one night and just said Cycling South Africa wants to have an event in PE. Would we want to help organize the event? And I said, well, I know nothing about cycling. Julie knows about cycling, and so we literally like thumbsucked a budget, sent it through to them, and the next day they came back and said, congratulations, you've been awarded the event, but there's no budget. No, there was there's no budget.
There's no budget.
So we organized a few small events to raise some funds to organize a big event.
Okay.
And so we organized the National Cross Country Championships.
But this bicycle race, you're saying, and what is it? The national, was it the bike race that you were going to do?
It was a Cycling South Africa race.
Yeah.
Downhill and
CSA.
Cross country.
Okay.
Yeah. So then we organized that, and then we had bought all the equipment. We had opened a bank account, and we'd got a logo and a business name. So then we kind of, I mean, this wasn't a business plan that we had from the beginning.
Yeah.
It kind of just evolved into something.
Yeah.
And once we'd bought everything and set everything up, we kind of said, well, now we've got all of this. Maybe we should do another event.
Yeah.
And the following year, the Herald came to us and said, can you quote us to organize the event? And we were like, we don't really know, like, I mean, an event on that scale,
Yeah.
we don't know where to start. We spend many, many hours up till 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, meeting, planning, strategizing, problem solving. And all those hours are now paying off.
Because it's only by making mistakes and getting things wrong that you learn. The next, you try and get it as right as you can, but it's never going to go that smoothly. There's always going to be problems.
Yeah.
So and I mean, in the Herald, that must have been quite scary because that's a large event to all of a sudden.
The first one was scary, but every year it gets easier and easier. And working with the Herald team is just makes it.
They were prepared to help you as well, obviously, to get things.
And we work very closely with them.
Okay.
So they're just as involved as we are.
And like you say, you've had a little bit of experience through your dad. Did you used to help at that time as well? With the
I don't remember helping too much. I remember riding.
I
I remember my sister going off in an ambulance.
Oh.
She
Really?
rode into a thorn bush. I think she forgot to pull her brakes.
Oh dear. They're not back pedal brakes those days. You used to have those back pedal brakes. So if you go in the wrong spot, you just couldn't pull brakes.
Yeah.
And you had a BMX.
I had a BMX. Eventually, I upgraded. That's in those days, what you did for fun was you rode your bicycle. It's very different to nowadays.
All right. Well, what we got to do, what we can do now as well is we can have a look at some of these. I do a thing called getting to know you, and it's a bit about your personality. You can it's a bit some weird questions. You can both think about it, and if you can't think, then you just pass, and if you do, then it's okay. We'll go into that type of people that you are. You know what I mean? Okay.
Get to know you, get to know all about you.
Okay, so the first one is generally the same one I always ask is anything particularly spontaneous or irresponsible that you've done when you were at beauty school or something?
I think Tanya's the spontaneous one here.
She's the spontaneous.
So we always say she's got FOMO and I've got JOMO. I'm the one that likes to chill at home.
The joy of missing out. I've got the fear of missing out.
Oh no! So are you the socialite and you're a little bit more? You're like out to the thing, networking and.
I just love to have fun. I love people. I love to get around. Yeah.
And you like a more of a homebody, you don't rather just.
I enjoy it. I do enjoy getting out, but then I kind of have my limits, and then I need to.
Not too much peopling.
I need to go home and just
recharge your batteries.
Just chill.
Yeah.
Chill a bit.
Yeah.
So anything particularly spontaneous that you.
What about that time we were organising a race at Hayterdale and we saw a helicopter flying over us? Yeah. So we somehow waved at it and it stopped. So It
wasn't John Huddleston, was it?
No, it was Eskom fixing the
power lines.
And we said to them, how about a little flip? Yeah. I actually found the picture. It's from 12 years ago. No, 13 years ago.
Jeez.
I found it this week and I sent it to Tanya and I said, do you remember this day? And she said, I'll never forget that day. And they took us for a nice little flip.
Yeah.
You're thinking like this?
Yeah, we kind of called them and said hello.
Putting a thumb out. And
went for a flip over Edo.
Holy moly.
That was the younger versions of us.
Yeah. So you mean you wouldn't just do that again in a helicopter with a stranger? Somebody who might be a learner driver.
Yeah.
Also thinking about spontaneous things. So this year at the Herald Cycle Tour, the mountain bike race, we had a swimming pool at the finish line. Oh. Telkom was there in full force. They had an incredible activation. Okay. And the whole day my son had been swimming in the pool and he'd been begging me the whole day, Mom, please come swim with me. Please come swim with me. And eventually at 9:30 at night, he said, Mom, you still haven't swum with me.
Oh, dear.
So I was like, okay, now's the time. So at 9:30 on Saturday night, we were swimming in the pool.
Excellent.
On the start line.
You were sleeping.
I'm the responsible one.
You were peopling, sleeping.
Yeah, making the most of the moment.
I'm going to get up early tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm swimming in the pool.
Great
Where are you, Jackie? Oh, my word. So, okay, the biggest risk that you've ever taken.
Sure.
Every event is a risk.
Oh, really?
No, we've sure biggest risk.
Biggest one. I just say the biggest one was like the one where you're thinking like, oh, Tanya's like sitting
Like,
there thinking,
yeah,
oh my God.
why did we sign up for this? Why on earth are we doing this? Is it worth it?
Yeah.
I also just think
don't know.
Herald Cycle Tour, like the road race,
Yeah.
there's so many things that are out of our control. When
Yeah.
you send 1,000 riders, 1,500 riders out onto the streets, they scattered over 106 kilometers. There's public trying to get onto the roads, crossing the roads.
All the
There's
time.
residents that want to get out and get to wherever they need to go.
Yeah.
Like for us, it's always a risk. We always just want to know that everyone is back safe.
Yeah.
And it's a
So-
very stressful day.
Okay. So you sit there and you think, where are
Yeah.
these people now? Is everybody in?
Yeah.
And we got the timing things on the numbers
Yeah.
so that you sort of know where everybody is.
Yeah.
How many points are there around that it takes note of those timing?
Just the
Things.
finish line.
The finish line only.
Yeah.
So you can't tell if someone's like,
But we've got like an operational center
Yeah.
with again, we've got an incredible team. Gino, we could not do this without the team
Yeah.
and the people that we've surrounded ourselves with. So we've got an operational center. We know exactly where the leading rider is. We know exactly where the last rider is. We've got medics in between. We've got marshals in between. On Sunday, we've got
So we've got 112 marshals.
112
and
marshals
we've
out
got
on the route.
102 traffic officers.
out on the route.
Yeah.
And so in our operational center, we've got traffic, we've got medics.
And we monitor where every ambulance is.
okay,
So if there's an emergency, we know which ambulance needs to go out
Yes, the
first.
closest.
okay.
So we've got a
Um,
TV screen.
Yeah.
We know where we can plot where people are.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
so
Okay.
Yes. And then we've got radio controllers out there as well.
Check in every
yeah, it's-
section
it's-
there. It's always been
And
for
in
me.
that operational center sits the road operations manager,
Yeah.
the safety officer, the traffic
Yeah.
department, the medics. So
Yeah.
it's quite a little operation that
I'm
we
sure. It's
we
like
run
the nerve
there.
center.
it is.
There you go.
and anything. We've also got officials on the road, the commissaires, and we've got lead drivers. We've got a team of motorbikes, and they're all in contact. So
Yeah, I've seen those bikes, and there are a lot of
Yeah.
photographers as well that taking photos of them as you
Yes.
go around.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's just so many people. It must boggle your mind.
and then the road closure team that stays up all night.
Oh yes.
Monet Westhuizen, he heads it up,
Okay.
and that's a whole another system within a system.
Yes.
And they don't sleep at all. They
Yeah.
work right through the night and when the
That's
last rider finishes, they're still taking down. I mean,
Pick up.
they
So we
work
put out-
for 24 hours, actually more,
Straight.
over 24 hours straight.
Holy moly.
I mean,
And they don't lose their smiles. That team
Poor
just smiles
buggers.
and carries on.
yeah. I mean, every single intersection onto route has to be barricaded, closed.
Yeah.
So we have over 200 barricades that have to be placed, that have to be positioned, picked up, loaded onto a trailer, loaded onto a bakkie. It's a
Because also
massive
at a
operation.
certain time as well, because the track department
Yes.
only let you do it at a certain
Yeah.
time.
So they literally start, road closure starts 2:00 in the morning.
Yeah.
From 2:00, they start laying barricades, they start setting up.
Yeah.
You're
So
something that is amazing.
it's a massive operation.
I don't know how you guys do it. Okay, so something that for each of you, something that people would be surprised to know about you, to learn about you. I'm sure your kids can probably tell us as well.
Ooh.
What would be?
Well, I'm going to go
would
with that.
surprise
I used to do downhill as a sport.
people?
I
Downhill,
represented South Africa. I
right?
went,
Whoa!
I think, to 3 world championships. So I used to take it quite seriously. I lived in Cape Town at the time,
Okay.
and that was my sport, downhill mountain biking.
Yo, that is so hectic.
Gave me a few
Did you-
knee operations.
Single track stuff,
Yes,
like
jumps.
that crazy
Yes.
stuff that you
But
see.
then I realized that I needed to become a responsible mother.
Oh my word! And personality-wise, what would you say? If people that are surprised to would be surprised to know about you. So it's something that you've done, or something that you have an interest in.
Sure.
Well, first I'll ask the kids because they'll put it in the
Oh.
comments. Okay. Robin
think
Stock,
I'm-
I see Robin Stock there saying appreciate your dedication, ensuring that we have top quality events in our region. Well done, Robin Stock says.
So Robin, I've known for many years.
Okay.
He's a good customer of ours at Cycle Pro.
Oh, yes, of course.
Yes, and he supports our events. So, yeah, and his wife, Sandy.
Yeah. Okay. Right. So they also I can see the cycling there on the picture already. And but yeah, it's like so you're the focused one. Yeah. Are you a little bit more ADD or?
I'm the one who just wants to always have fun and
find
the fun in every moment. So,
because you find like one's normally the organizer, and the other one's the creative or the.
I think at times we kind of sway.
Overlap,
like we need to. When we need to knuckle down and get the work done, and when we just say enough work, now it's time to play.
It's just that when she wants to play, I want to sleep.
All right. Generally.
Love sleeping.
Well, it kind of works. Because one of you is always available.
And I'm like, I don't want to sleep. I just want to maximize, go see all the places, go do all the things.
So we'll finish a race and we'll be exhausted and I'll have no energy left. I cannot put one foot in front of the other. And we get back to the accommodation and she's like, let's go for a hike. No.
She's like,
so I run my bath and I have a nice relaxing bath and she takes the kids on a hike.
Oh my word, I can just see it. I like that. Because you can't be the same either. Dudu is very artistic.
Oh, yes.
You paint a bit or
yeah.
You see, people will know that, you see.
I do enjoy in my relaxing time to do a little bit of art.
Yeah,
and my older daughter, Caitlin, is extremely autistic. So
okay.
I didn't know that I was autistic before we started doing things with her. And then I realized I actually enjoyed it too.
You can actually do this.
Yeah.
It's okay.
It doesn't interest me one bit.
You like a glass of wine in here.
Look at that.
When the moms together, they cause lots of mischief. Because you never know what's coming next. That Briggs girl says.
Well, Tanya did teach me my mischief.
Okay. Excellent. Good plan. The hardest that you've ever worked? Yeah. I don't know.
Sure. Herald Cycle tour.
Really, Herald? Okay.
We used to do that event over one weekend.
And
so we wouldn't sleep.
Yeah, when we initially started working on this event, we would do the registration Thursday night. Like Friday, we'd do registration. We would pack up. Registration would run until 9:00 on Friday night. Then we would pack up and drive out to Addo, get there at 11:00 at night. We'd get up. Registration would be at 4:00 in the morning. 4:30 to 5:30, we'd have registration. The race starts at 6. The race would finish Saturday afternoon. We'd pack up the whole race village in Addo Saturday afternoon, dash into PE, mark the road race Saturday afternoon, do seeding, managers meetings, commissaires meetings Saturday afternoon, stay up till midnight, making sure all the entries are captured. And then 3:00, we're back out on the road, closing roads, doing branding. So I remember our first Herald Cycle tour that we organized, we got 2 hours sleep for 3 nights in a row.
Oh, no.
And like at the end of that, we were just like, what on earth are we doing?
I think you actually start dreaming while you're awake.
Yes.
Like your mind starts to
my husband Andrew, he has a special talent, and he can sleep in anywhere, in any position,
at any time of the day.
And on more than one occasion, he has fallen asleep speaking to somebody. Standing up.
Oh, wait, standing up talking. Well, you can actually do it because I've heard this for these ultra, these like long distance, 400Ks or whatever the story is, 180 milo and those things. They actually start to see things because the part of your brain that tells you what reality is, that takes you back to reality, that just disappears. Yeah. And then you start hallucinating, seeing stuff, and it's real. It feels like it's real because you're dreaming, but you're awake.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's when we decided we needed to move them onto 2 different weekends. It's just too much.
Too crazy.
It's too much for one team.
Yeah. No, I agree. You probably saved your own lives.
Yes, there we go.
Any tattoos?
Both of us are very boring in that department.
No tattoos. And your
my daughter tried to convince me the other day, and I was sitting on the fence, but no, not yet.
Litta's got Litta's, and she's Cheryl. Cheryl Reynolds also, I noticed they put a little, like a band with little trinkets on them.
Yeah.
It's tattooed on. And it's just, it's like nearly a tattoo.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like so you're going to go for one of those first. I think.
Subtle.
I'm not a tattoo guy myself.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'd rather, I don't know what it's going to look like. But I mean, so when you get older, but I'm already older. So I'm thinking to myself now, what the hell am I wasting? What do people care?
Yeah.
Say, the worst job that you've ever had.
The worst job. Sure.
What do you say?
I have enjoyed everything I've done. So after school,
Yeah.
I studied massage therapy,
Okay.
sports massage therapy,
Okay.
and I worked in a cycling gym in Cape Town.
Is that
and
the Cape Town downhill?
Yes.
You were doing
Yes.
downhill then?
And I travelled with South African cycling teams
Okay.
overseas. And
Wow.
no, I enjoyed that. And from there, I came back to PE to help my dad with Cyclopro and slowly took it over. And I've
Oh, well,
always
there you
loved
go.
that.
See, family business. That's the
And,
thing with the family business.
Yeah, and I love working
It's like
with mountain
farmers.
events. So I can't say.
So you went pretty much straight into this whole thing. It was like an organic thing.
I've enjoyed everything I've done. Yeah.
And yourself, you haven't thought of any.
So I can't think of a job, but I can think of some tasks. And I think the worst task is getting back from an event and all your branding is sopping wet, full of mud, and you have to unpack it, wash it, let it dry before you pack it away.
It feels like you're organizing a whole nother event.
Yeah.
I think that's probably one of the worst.
So
like
much
the weather,
branding.
we are at the mercy of the weather, and to pack up an event, to strike down an event in the rain is just the worst.
No, it's the pits. It's a pit, and you see that you're wet and tired, and you're just
Yeah.
driving, and I can't.
And you know you
anymore.
can't leave it because it's going to stink and grow mold. And
Can't you hear me?
I'd far rather have a sweltering hot day
Okay,
and
rather than
bear that than rain.
Than rain.
Rain is not easy.
oh, rain and
Yeah.
cold. It is terrible. Okay, if you had to do it all over again, would you pick the same path, or would you try to do it different?
I'd pick the same path.
yeah, I think we've paid a lot of school fees.
Yeah.
We've learned a lot over the years.
Yeah.
In the beginning, we try to do everything ourselves. We try to be the photographer. We try to be the MC. We try to be the DJ. We try to do the timing. We try to put up the fencing, do the branding. And over the years, we've just learned to outsource these things to professionals.
Yeah.
And I mean, in the beginning, we also didn't have a budget to work with. There was one event that we worked on for 6 months. And at the end of the event, we made a profit of 56 Rand,
Oh no!
which had to be shared between the four of us.
Oh no! That's terrible.
And, that's when you put your heart and soul into something and you've got nothing to show for it. It's
But we didn't make a loss.
No, it
we
didn't
didn't make a loss.
You covered some
And that event
expenses.
has evolved and grown over the years. But I
that's
just
tough, eh?
think we've learned to stick to what are we good at and what can we outsource. And that's why I say we've got a team. We've got someone who takes our photos. Richard Pierce is an incredible
he's amazing.
photographer. He
No, he's so
captures
good,
all our
yes.
events. He knows exactly what we like, what we don't like. We've got an incredible medical team that works with us, Relay EMS, and so we've over the years we've picked and chosen who we like to work with.
It's those relationships, I think, that you
Absolutely.
build with any company. And so you've got those guys now, and you've got that extended team, really.
Exactly, and they are an incredible team.
Yeah.
And there's a standard that we like to uphold, and they do, and so that's what enables us to do what we do.
Yeah.
Having the right people on board.
It's absolutely a winner.
Yeah.
And if you, with your perspective of perspective on the world, your perspective on life, has it changed from when you started, when you finished school?
Mine is.
Has it?
But I would say having children has changed my perspective. Yeah. For me, that's changed how I look and view the world.
Yeah. It's not about you anymore.
It brings a certain maturity that you.
You think it's that turning point a lot with a lot of people that are having sort of starting businesses as well, working in your working career. All of a sudden, it's not really about the work. The work is a means to an end. Like your kids become
Yeah.
everything.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. And
Yeah,
everything
I
you do is for your children.
yeah, it is true.
Yeah, I think I've learned like to not sweat the small stuff. Like
Yeah.
everything is not always going to be perfect.
Yeah.
And a few years ago, that would have freaked me out.
Okay.
And I'm
You're the
learning to go.
perfectionist. I would have
like-
thought you were the carefully.
No, I do like things done a particular way, and it must be done properly and thoroughly. And you know, sometimes it just doesn't work out like that.
Yeah,
And I've learned to go. It's okay. Like,
Yeah.
don't sweat the small stuff.
Yeah.
There are bigger things. Relationships are more important than
Yes.
winning a battle, winning a fight.
Yes.
And
Yeah, that's true.
and I do think we've just had to learn to pick our battles.
Yeah.
Pick our battles. You know, when you've got a difficult rider or a difficult sponsor, you know, sometimes it can throw you when you're exhausted at the end of a day.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
again, we've got a lot of riders and that who really appreciate and value what we do. And you know, just one person posting something on Facebook or giving you a pat on the back or a hug at the end of the day just means the world to you.
Yeah.
So I think we've just learned to not sweat the small stuff. Like
Because you make those rules in your head, you know.
You do.
It's like it's like there are no rules in this world, actually.
yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
you make these
Yeah.
things, this box in your head that you feel like you can't go out of, but actually, there's no rule like that.
Yeah.
You know, and you're right. If somebody freaks out or whatever, it's in the big picture.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
not going to matter. It's just try and make it right. Whatever you can do, carry on.
And we've learned to support each other.
Yeah.
Yeah. We have each other's backs.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, and I think, you know, we have had to deal with crises like an accident, an injury, and in the moment it is serious and it does need, you know, it needs urgent attention. But also just dealing maybe possibly with a difficult moment or disgruntled rider, sponsor. You also kind of have to step back and go, in 5 years' time, will this actually matter? No, it won't. You know, like
it won't.
you got to choose some battles to just let them go and go. It's okay. It's okay.
It's gonna be all right.
It's going to be all right. Let's look at to just zoom out and look at the bigger picture and go, it's going to be okay. Like, we've got this.
And so, any last things you want to put out there for people to know about? Any big things that are coming up?
yes, I want to.
So
this weekend is the Herald Cycle Tour road race. Entries are still open.
that's cool.
You can do a late entry. There is an additional charge.
Little charge.
But Friday from 2 till 6, you can come. And Saturday from 9 till 1.
Still last minute. Come on.
Yes. And are there still spaces for the spinathon? There's still spaces for the spinathon that's coming up.
Yeah.
Excellent.
The kiddies race. This is a great chance to support charities. We've got numerous charities that benefit from the Herald Cycle Tour. And it's just a wonderful family event.
Yeah.
There's all sorts. There's kiddies entertainment. It's going to be a wonderful weekend. So people, please come join us. And if you're not going to ride, line the streets.
Yes. And
Support us.
We would love that.
there we go. There's the spinathon thing as well.
Yeah, we
on the
want
15th.
to have as many supporters out there as possible.
Yeah.
And just have a beautiful day. The weather is looking fantastic.
Well, I mean, PE certainly embraces it. I mean, I know from the last Heralds that I've ridden, I've done, this is my third one now, I think. And always, it's so nice to have the people out there cheering for you.
Yes.
Come on, let's go, clapping, come on.
Yeah.
Even on the freaking Marine Drive, I mean, there's like, you know, people in the middle of nowhere. Hey!
It's incredible.
Hope you know.
Yeah. And it does. It gives you that extra
Yeah.
that extra strength you
A
need.
little bit of extra kick. It's true. It does.
Yeah.
It does.
Yes. And also just if I can quickly have a shout out, we've got 2 new top tier sponsors this year.
Oh, yes.
Astron Energy and Telkom. It's made possible by Telkom.
Lovely.
And without them, this event wouldn't be going ahead. So a big shout out to them. And then we've got other smaller sponsors like North End,
Yes,
ECM,
ECM,
Eastern Cape
North End.
Motors, North End, Relay EMS. We've got a whole bunch of sponsors, and together everybody brings this event to PE and makes it possible.
And yeah, it's extra shout out also. I mean, obviously to all the sponsors, because it's just like it's something that you can. It's certainly a landmark kind of event in PE as well. It's one of the biggest ones. And I mean, the Herald also supporting it too. It just feels like a PE thing, you know? Like the August feels like Cape Town. The Herald is a PE thing, and I love it. I love it. And anything that can grow PE
Absolutely.
there.
And it is. We want people to share PE and experience PE. We've got an incredible town with incredible people. We want people to like experience that. I think the Herald Cycle Tour is like one of PE's best kept secrets.
It is.
When riders come from around the country and participate, they're like, why do we not know about this? Like it's the route is amazing, the scenery, the ocean views, it is just magnificent. And the mountain bike is also just as the trails are incredible. It's as good as you get anywhere in the country.
Beautiful out there.
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys. Thanks.
Yeah.
Both of you for coming on. It's been fantastic to have you on.
Thank you for having us.
Julie and Tanya. And I hope that all your events are going to go, all 12 of your events are going to go well this year. Well, 11.
And we hope to see you at all of them, Gino.
I'll be there. Certainly as many as as my legs can muster. I'll be there.
But for now, we'll see you at the Spinathon on Saturday.
Spinathon, I'll be there to support
Herald
on
Cycle
Saturday.
Tour on
There we
Sunday.
go. And then the Herald Cycle Tour on Sunday as well. It starts early. Come out onto the streets and cheer us along, especially me, because I'll be hurting. I'm going to be hurting. Thank you guys for joining us, and we'll see you guys next week. We've got a full lineup of Gino Spot coming soon as well. I've got Andrew Whitfield coming on as well. We got some really nice guests. Anything I need to remember? That's it. That's the lot. See you next week, Tuesday, 6:30. Don't forget. Cheers.
Thank you.
Relax, sit down. Coming out of PE town. Got a drink, find a shot. Never mind your liver, get to Gino Spot.
Gino Spot.
Get to Gino Spot.
Gino Spot.
Have a laugh, have a giggle, and exercise your middle. Have a Gino shot.